Okay, hi everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a weekly track roundup. My thoughts, my feelings on a bunch of songs that have dropped over the past week or so. I discuss them and link them down below, whether I loved them or hated them or felt somewhere in between. That is the deal. Oh no, I broke my toothpick out of passion. The passion that I have for the weekly track roundup, of course. Let's without any further ado, let's start getting into the tracks and the business. Our Turntable Lab link is also down below. We get kickback from that if you use it. Our Patreon page, if you could join that, get access to our Discord community, some extra bonus monthly content as well. That would be great. Would love that. Mwah. Our YouTube Shorts page is down below too, so you can check out all the awesome short form content we drop week to week. And finally, our website is revamped and loaded with cool news stories that are being posted pretty much every day. That's the deal. That's the deal. Check it out. Check it out, check it out, check it out. TheNeedleDrop.com. And the worst tracks of the week. There are none. I don't feel like being negative this week. There wasn't anything I heard this week that I thought was overly terrible. Even the new Coldplay song featuring Little Sims was okay. And I don't even really feel like discussing that all that much, though. All right, the tracks that I was met on, sort of on the fence with, thought you might enjoy them a little more than me. They are as follows. We have one from Mr. Kevin Abstract. Big Dog is the title. It's kind of cool and interesting to hear Kevin once again doing something that kind of, plays in the midst of this pop, R&B, rap, crossover, hybrid, tribrid sort of thing. That feels a little Brockhampton. It sort of seems like that's something he's been avoiding for a minute, obviously, given the demise of the group. But I really do feel like while this song is not necessarily mind-blowing, stuff in this vein is really where, he has a lot of his strengths, so it's kind of cool to hear him dabbling in something in this vein once again. On the B side of this new track single that he did with Lil Nas X, I really did think that slow jam was pretty decent. So, all right, moving on from there. Foxing. I've never been a big foxing boy, but this song Hell 99 really does rip. Quite a bit more intense than your usual foxing affair between the throat-shredding vocals and the relentless riffs and the very fast pacing. It's an intense one. It's an intense one that definitely lives up to the title Hell 99. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like reinventing the wheel or doing anything super exciting for this particular, style of, extreme punk, hardcore punk, and post-hardcore, but with that being said, but was pleasantly surprised at how hard this foxing track hit, that's for sure. All right, we have Doechii, who has come through with boom bap, bit of a crazy off-the-wall freestyle type cut where she's really riffing. She is throwing out some bars and doing some crazy stuff vocally, as well as throwing out some cool vocal harmonies toward the end. Get top on the phone. All right, moving on from there, we have another little demo type cut from Broadcast. Come Back to Me. It's an acoustic number from the forthcoming demo and extras and, B-sides type album Distant Call that should be on the way very soon. We also have one from Blue and Exile, who have a new album on the way. The duo, the legends, they're back. One of the best rap and producer duos to ever come out of the underground, arguably. And new record on the way. Blue is really on a prolific streak as of late, that's for sure. Though I thought this new single over here was just kind of okay. I mean, the bars for sure were great, and I think it starts pretty strong. But the way it finishes, it's an awkward ending for such a fantastic beginning. I'll say that. All right, moving on from there, we have Amyl and the Sniffers. Chewing Gum. I do like the way that the chewing gum metaphor kind of plays into this relationship narrative. I think that's very cute and endearing, but the pacing of the song, especially vocally, I feel it could have used a little bit of work. It just kind of feels like it drags on a little bit with all the talk singing, maybe not being as catchy as it was on the previous single, as well as the B-side to that, Facts, as well. But still, new album from this fantastic Aussie punk outfit on the way. And the best tracks of the week, they are as follows. We have quite a few of those. Bam. New one from Yaeji. Booboo. Her, little club banger that she has been teasing for a minute now is out and about, and it hits hard. It's quite quirky, it's low-key, it's groovy, it's fun. Looking forward to, hopefully, more tracks like this from Yaeji in the future. I'll say that. All right, moving on from there. Also enjoying, surprisingly, this new one over here from Vomit Forth. Not usually my favorite style of death metal over here, but the execution is so goddamn good. Production vibrant, drums are intense, vocals are going off, the guitar tones are great, and it's tight, it's fast, and intense without sounding, overly produced or robotic or mechanical or anything like that. It hits hard, it's brutal, it's badass, and, feels very, like it's got a nice human touch to it. Liking it a lot. Super heavy as well. But Blood-Soaked Death Dream is the name of the single I would love for you guys to check out. All right, moving on from there. Laura Marling. No One's Gonna Love You Like I Can. It's a short one. It's a little 2-minute number, but it's going to rock your world emotionally. Don't say I didn't warn you. You may cry to this one, okay? I'm going to leave it there. Okay, Geordie Greep of Black Midi fame, though Black Midi has seen an untimely demise. The band is done. The band is over. Oh, and here comes Greep. Like, oh, hey, got a solo album that's like coming out soon and stuff. So, like, you guys might be interested in that. We have our first taste of it, which comes in the form of Holy Holy. And it's theatrical, it is jazzy, it is proggy. There's elements of what I guess you could say like our funk and samba in there too. It's a wild friggin' ride with some insane lyrics as well. But I mean, given what we've heard from Black Midi in the past, I guess we can't really be fully surprised. It really does feel like a track that could have been on the band's last record, but all of the Greepisms, I guess you could say, are kind of turned up to 11 because there's nothing there to sort of like maybe even out the edge. It's really just like Greep being as Greep can possibly be. I will say that. But yeah, really enjoyed this one. This one was ambitious and quite insane. The only thing I would say is kind of like a surprise is after the wild roller coaster ride this song takes you on, a fade out? Really? Of all things? A fade out? Okay. All right. We have one as well from Mk.gee. A beautiful little sort of like, shadowy ballad titled Lonely Fight, whose lyrics are quite moving, I would say. Moving on from there, we have a new one from Floating Points as well. Just every single from this Floating Points album has been captivating, has been entrancing, has been just fantastically groovy, and that is especially the case for this new one over here, Ocotillo. And it has kind of an ambient start to it, but once the beats catch in, man, you are just in like ambient techno heaven, and just an amazing build from the start of the track. I will say that, just incredible build, incredible progressions, just edge of your seat, but also beautiful and entrancing all at the same time. All right, a couple more. We have Chat Pile, who has come through with a very dark and tortured and strange new single. One of the best and heaviest bands out there at the moment in terms of just their sound and their content. Masc, M-A-S-C, is the name of the new one. Also digging on this new one over here from the legendary producer, The Bug, Buried, Your Life is Short. If you're looking for something heavy, bassy, mind-bending, and endlessly groovy, you're really going to enjoy this one as well. The Bug continues to be one of the best and most interesting producers out there of all time. And finally, we will leave it with Alice Longyu Gao, who has come through with a single that, if this does not make Alice's career pop off, there is no justice in the world. Love Korean Girls is one of the most unhinged and intense, funny, and just ear-to-ear smile type of anthems and bangers that Alice has ever put together. It's everything that makes Alice great, times 5, times 6, times 7, times 8, times 9, times 10, times 11. And the feature from a Mega Mongoliad adds quite a bit to the track as well. But yeah, lots of personality, lots of laughs, insane production and beats. And yeah, it's just cheeky. It's just fun. It's just flirty, and extremely catchy as well. All right, well, that is going to be it for the weekly track roundup. You guys are the best. Thank you very much for watching. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Weekly Tracks Forever.